Hello, my name is Kaleb Schuler. Thank you for taking the time to watch my virtual interview video. In this video, I'll be answering a few questions to let you know a little bit more about myself and my clinical experience. So let's get started. First question is to describe my ability to be flexible during my clinical education experience and what strategies I typically use that would be successful in clinical experience. I'd consider myself a fairly easygoing person. I like to start my day with a plan, but life can be hectic and I know it doesn't always go according to plan. So when unexpected things pop up, I don't let it ruin my day or get in the way of what I'd like to do. It's really just going with the flow. I'm sure you, as well as many others, know that COVID has made all of us need to become a lot more flexible. My first clinical experience, dates and organization was totally changed because nobody could have predicted this. But that's just part of being a professional. It's part of being human, is learning how to work with things and pushing through. The second question is, describe examples of how you've accepted constructive feedback in class or the clinic and how you might communicate your need for feedback with your CI. So I really value constructive feedback, especially if it's given in a respectful way. The first example that pops into my mind is during my first clinical experience, I was working with a patient with Achilles tendinopathy. And the whole time my CI was letting me kind of take the reins. It was my first time going without his help. He was just watching. And I felt really good about it. And after my treatment and evaluation, patient left and my CI pulled me aside and he asked my rationale. So I explained it and he very politely told me that there are better options and he even emailed me several resources so I could go home and learn from it. He was very respectful, he made me feel listened to, and I really value that type of feedback relationship with a CI. So moving forward, I'm like to make that clear with my CI. I value constructive feedback and I value it fairly frequently. But along with constructive feedback, I feel that feedback on things you are doing well is almost equally as important. It's nice to feel appreciated, and it also solidifies in my mind what I'm doing is helping me become a better clinician. The next question is, what additional preparation will you plan to prepare for clinical settings? So I'm always learning. I'm always getting ready for clinical. It's been on my mind for a while. So I try my best to stay up to date with information we're learning in class. I regularly review old information from previous classes because I don't want to lose those fundamentals. Even if I don't see them as often, I still like to have them in the back of my head, in my toolbox, is what a lot of people here like to say. I'm also going to be taking electives in the upcoming semesters that interest me, and they're going to help me become a better clinician overall. And in my spare time, I've found several PT podcasts, including one from the APTA, that I really enjoy listening to because it keeps me up to date on news in physical therapy. And I also get to hear other physical therapists' experiences and kind of reflect on what they've gone through and what I might potentially see in the future. And my last question here are, what are your goals for after graduation? Which is a very good question. After graduation, I'm very interested in doing travel physical therapy. It's something that's always been in the back of my head. I think it's a great opportunity to get more experienced as a young clinician, to be able to meet different people and see how different areas operate. I also view it as a great way to build connections, to meet new people within the profession, which is I believe is always a good thing. And on a more personal note, I think it'll be a great way to begin paying off my student debt and looking for a place to settle down. In my personal life, I have a girlfriend who is getting her doctorate in nurse anesthesia right now, and we both are interested in doing travel therapy and nursing for the first couple years for, like I said, paying off loans and finding where we want to settle down. So that's a little bit about me. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video again, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.